The explosion shook the entire city. Smoke covered the battlefield. No one could see anything as the dust slowly settled. King Mike forced himself back onto his feet. "Hank!" There was no answer. "Ruff!" Silence. Then, a hand reached through the smoke. It was Hank. "I'm still alive!" The two kings searched the battlefield. Hundreds of soldiers had fallen. Many were wounded. But Julian was gone. Once again, Mike slammed his fist against the ground. "He escaped!" A wounded soldier stumbled toward the kings. "Your Majesties!" "We captured one of Julian's officers." The kings rushed over. The officer was badly injured. He laughed. "You still think you've won?" Mike grabbed him by his armor. "Where is Julian?" The officer smiled. "You'll never find him. He doesn't need an army anymore." Hank frowned. "What do you mean?" The officer looked both kings in the eyes. "For years, Julian wasn't building an empire. He was building a network. There are spies in your armies, in your governments, in your palaces, even in this room." Everyone froze. The officer laughed again. "You still don't know who you can trust." Suddenly, he bit down on something hidden inside his mouth. Within seconds, he collapsed, dead. Mike slowly stood up. "No more secrets. No more lies. We find every spy." Hank nodded. "And this time, we hunt Julian together." Far away, inside an abandoned castle, Julian looked at a map covered with hundreds of names. Some were crossed out, others were circled. He smiled. "The kingdoms have finally united, exactly as I planned." He placed his finger on one final location, the capital. The final battle begins tomorrow. The next morning, every soldier in both kingdoms stood ready for the first time in history. Velmora and Ironvale marched as one army. King Hank stood at the front beside King Mike. Ruff tightened the straps on his armor. "No matter what happens today, we end this." Thousands of soldiers cheered. The united army marched toward the capital. Hours later, they reached an enormous fortress hidden deep within the mountains. Black banners flew from the walls. Julian was waiting. He stood alone on top of the highest tower. "So, you finally made it." Mike stepped forward. "It's over, Julian. You've already taken enough lives." Julian smiled. "No, you took them. I only showed the world how easy it is to turn fear into war." Hank clenched his fists. "You murdered innocent people. You started everything." Julian nodded. "Yes, and you proved my point. I killed a handful of merchants. You killed tens of thousands." Silence filled the battlefield. Even the soldiers lowered their weapons. Julian wasn't lying. Hank looked at Mike. Neither of them had an answer. Julian slowly drew his sword. "But enough talking. If you want justice, come and earn it." The fortress gates opened. Thousands of Julian's soldiers charged forward. "Forward!" Ruff shouted. The final battle had begun. Steel clashed against steel. Cannons roared. Arrows filled the sky. The two kings fought side by side, cutting through wave after wave of enemies. Meanwhile, Julian calmly walked away from the battlefield. He wasn't running. He was leading them somewhere, Mike noticed. "Hank, he's trying to lure us." Hank looked ahead. "I know, but this time, we're going after him anyway." The three men, Hank, Mike, and Ruff, broke away from the battle and chased Julian into the fortress. The massive doors slammed shut behind them. Boom! The three warriors turned around. They were trapped. From the darkness, Julian's voice echoed through the hall. "I've been waiting for this moment. For years." The giant doors slammed shut. Boom! The sound echoed through the fortress. Hank, Mike, and Ruff immediately drew their weapons. The room was completely dark. Only the sound of footsteps echoed through the hall. Then, torches burst into flames, one by one. Julian slowly stepped out of the shadows. He wasn't holding a weapon. He simply smiled. "So, the three men I've been waiting for." Mike pointed his sword at him. "It's over." Julian laughed. Is it? He snapped his fingers. Heavy iron gates opened around the hall. Dozens of elite guards marched inside. Each one wore black armor, marked with a silver wolf. Ruff stepped forward. I'll handle them. Before Hank or Mike could stop him, he charged. The hall exploded into chaos. Ruff fought like a man possessed. One guard after another fell, but there were too many. Hank and Mike tried to help, but more guards poured into the room. Suddenly, Julian walked past the fighting. He wasn't interested in Ruff. He wasn't interested in the soldiers. He walked straight toward the two kings. You still don't understand why you're here. Hank frowned. What are you talking about? Julian stopped. The war, the murders, the betrayal. They were never my true goal. Mike tightened his grip on his sword. Then what is? Julian smiled. I wanted the two of you in the same room. He reached into his coat and pulled out a small wooden box. He carefully opened it. Inside were two old friendship medals. One belonged to Hank, the other belonged to Mike. The kings stared at them in shock. I found these in the ruins of my village. My father kept them. He believed your friendship would one day bring peace to everyone. Julian's smile disappeared. But when my village begged for help, neither of you came. My parents died believing their heroes would save them. They never did. Silence filled the room. For the first time, Hank lowered his weapon. Mike did the same. Neither of them had an excuse. Tears filled Julian's eyes. I spent 20 years planning your punishment. He slowly closed the wooden box. But now, I want something different. He looked directly at both kings. I want you to remember every innocent person who died. Because of your hatred. He threw the box onto the floor. It landed between the two kings. At that exact moment, a loud ticking sound echoed through the hall. Tick, tick, tick. Hank's eyes widened. A bomb! Julian took one step backward. If I'm going down, you're coming with me. Tick, tick. The bomb echoed through the fortress. Hank looked around desperately. There has to be a way out. Julian calmly stood still. There isn't. Mike stared at him. You'll die too. Julian nodded. I accepted that a long time ago. Ruff suddenly shouted. Everyone down! He grabbed the bomb without thinking. He sprinted toward a broken window with all his strength. He threw it outside. Boom! A massive explosion shook the fortress. The walls cracked. The floor collapsed beneath them. Julian lost his balance and fell into the lower level of the fortress. Hank immediately jumped after him. Mike followed. The three men landed in an ancient underground chamber. Julian slowly stood up. He pulled out a knife. So, this is how it ends. Hank drew his sword. No armies, no lies, just us. Julian charged first. His knife slashed toward Hank. Hank blocked the attack. Mike struck from the side. Julian dodged and kicked him backward. The fight lasted several minutes. Each of them was exhausted. Finally, Julian slipped on the broken stones. His knife slid across the floor. Hank pointed his sword at his chest. It's over. Julian looked up. You won't kill me? Hank remained silent. Julian smiled. Because you're finally the king you should have been years ago. Mike stepped beside Hank. The war ends today. Ruff and several soldiers finally reached the chamber. Julian was surrounded. He slowly raised his hands. I surrender. Months later, the war officially ended. Valmora and Ironvale signed a permanent peace treaty. The borders reopened. Trade returned. Families reunited. A memorial was built for every innocent person who had died during the war. No matter which kingdom they had belonged to. King Hank stood beside King Mike. We can't change the past. Mike nodded. But we can protect the future. Far away, Julian looked through the bars of his prison cell. He closed his eyes. For the first time in 20 years, the war was finally over. The end.